We are live at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium here in ENUGU. Very hot afternoon. But it's our duty to give you today's coverage in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Match day 22nd is upon us, and it is between the hosts, Rangers International of ENUGU, and Warri Wolves. The first meeting between those two sides this season ended in the favor of the host team, the Seasiders, and Rangers, who surely want to come out all gun blazing to ensure that they seal 3 maximum points. The 3 points at stake will surely be a welcome should it go in favor of the hosts, because they have their coach Fidelis Ilechukwu back. And he is ready to lead his side once again after being out for a month plus due to the Nigeria games at the Africa Cup of Nations, where they finished third. They beat Egypt to that victory that ensured that they lifted the trophy for the 9th time. When you talk about bronze medalist specialists at the Africa Cup of Nations, Nigeria reigns supreme. All that will be put aside. So back to Nigeria Premier Football League at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Once again, good afternoon. My name is Cosmos Chukwemeka, and together with me, Sami Okoro will be doing justice to all the games going on across various centers. Our searchlight beamed, courtesy of Propel Sports Africa.
Well, indeed, wonderful afternoon to everyone who is watching. Welcome to the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. And what a hot afternoon it is here in ENUGU. Of course, one of the oldest games as far as club football is concerned in Nigeria. It feels good to see the Flying Antelopes, ENUGU Rangers, up against the Seasiders, Warri Wolves, in what promises to be an entertaining, exhilarating game. One that will certainly have a lot of tone, a lot of attention. And what a moment to be alive. Of course, for ENUGU Rangers, they seem to have found their mojo. And with the return of their manager from his bronze medal outing with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, certainly a good addition to the squad. But then you cannot take anything away from what Warri Wolves have done in the last 3 games, yet to lose on a high trajectory in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Everything, just about anything, is possible in this game. Well, of course, from the commentary box, we'll be bringing you live updates and action here in ENUGU, where we'll have fans who are turning out in their numbers gradually to have their seat at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Of course, revered, also called the Cathedral. And you can see the choristers are gradually coming into the Cathedral. Well, it promises to be exciting, and we're certain that you can have all of the action right here on Propel Sport Africa.
A few number of the supporters club drumming up, trying to make the atmosphere lively. Away from the VIP section. Here comes the glad Asirunwa. Precious Ezechukuma. Iguelo Chimobi, the diminutive midfielder, who has a goal to his credit as well. Daniel Eni, Chinedu Ona completes those on the bench for Rangers. The coach of the side is Fidelis Idechukwu. Now to the visitors. In goal is Joke Atevwera, the goalkeeper. Michael Adenodi, Okemute Aporiawe, Basi, Tejeri Emonena, Innocent Orukwe, Ezekiel Oro, Justice Ohanu, Adebambo Ademola also starts. Likewise, Shemai Amatisiro, and their highest goal scorer this season so far with 5 goals, Ibu Evwe Yunhoma. For those on the bench, we have Onome Onotafe, Otsuke Obu, also on the bench. Seth Mayi, Chisom Obulu, Ali Abidemi, Israel Oladeji also on the bench. Gift David, Bakari Emmanuel, David Joseph. Why? The technical advisor of the side is Aluma Napoleon, a man who was reinstated on the 27th day of November following his suspension that lasted for 2 months, and is back with good numbers. Just like Sammy said, 3 games unbeaten run for the side. Can Rangers halt that run?
Well, it can be very difficult really for Rangers if you consider the fact that Warri Wolves have gone to various centers in the Nigerian Premier Football League and have gotten results, especially with Enyimba top of that pile. But we cannot forget they also got results at the Sani Abacha Stadium against Barao FC. So they have gone to various centers. They have defeated teams hitherto that has seemed difficult to beat. And indeed, they can want to also get something here at the Cathedral. But whether or not they would be able to, it's a big question. For Coach Napoleon, you want to say his reinstatement has given the team life, injected life into the team, and there is so much to look forward to. We've not seen them win 3 on the trot this season, this Warri Wolves side. What can they do that to break their own jinx? It's another question. ENUGU Rangers, well, I mean, the fans will be hoping for improved results, especially considering how they have been in recent time. The fact that they're also chasing the top 4 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. There is just so much to look forward to. I think it's a game that is evenly matched somehow. And however this spins, however it turns, it promises to be exciting. And we are here to see how the excitement, where the excitement will certainly tilt.
The usual pre-match ritual being observed. Warri Wolves calling on the God they believe in to come and play the role of the 12th man to ensure that they come out victorious in this tie. It is now left for you to decide if God answers prayers in terms of results. Because Rangers have also done the same, especially before they came out to line up. They did that immediately. They touched down at this ground, came into the center of the pitch, called upon the name of the God they believe in. Now, it's not time for action, because my Bible tells me that faith without work, you know the rest, right? The fans turn out surely not encouraging, but this is why we are here, to ensure that they watch at the comfort of their home. Propel Sports Africa is making this happen. All you need to do is to download the app on Play Store, search for NPFL Live, subscribe and enjoy games in the NPFL this particular season. Over 200 games. Nobody does it better than Propel Sports Africa. All is in a bid to be in one accord. Waiting for the 4 o'clock hour mark to signal for the kickoff. Last time this was in 2021 in the league before the season. But for this season, the Seaside has smiled with 2 comfortable goals that give them the 3 maximum points. The referee looks at his watch, taking a longer look, watching at the time as it ticks. And here we go. Rangers gets us on the way, attacking from the left-hand side of the pitch to the right. While the visiting team in the touch of yellow and blue will be attacking from the right side of the pitch. ENUGU puts out for the first throw-in of the game. ENUGU, a defender blessed with the instinct of a striker, going by the number of goals he has scored this particular season. Throw-in taken. Header in the box, and that's it! Godwin Obaje sets it in. Just 1 minute. Goal sealed. What a way to make a story. Absolutely fantastic.
What you expect from the home side, the kind of hunger, the kind of admiration that the fans will certainly see for their top marksman this season. Godwin Obaje getting onto the score sheet, connecting beautifully right there. The Flying Antelopes, the lead in this one. The Seasiders must ask questions. What exactly must have happened in that moment? It was lack of clarity, it was lack of understanding, and you could tell really that Napoleon is an angry man. He doesn't know how to communicate that, but then the boys understand. Another opportunity now for Rangers. Warri Wolves will back possession to Rangers. They hold possession, it is defended. Warri Wolves will have to build from behind, and they do that. Quite interesting to see how the Seasiders will rebuild in this game. But a team that do not know how to fear, the team that also know how to attack. 19 goals they've scored so far this campaign. They will certainly want to add to that number right here at the Cathedral, and a beautiful cross there goes out of touch. It is throwing to Warri Wolves.
A bit of controversy ensued. Maybe Rangers taking their time to right the wrongs. Not well read by the goalkeeper, but he must thank his defense line. Innocence without touch. Now Rangers dispossessed. Back to Rangers again. Good turn from Oputachi Bueze. He sends it backward. Up front. The goal scorer now with the ball. Now to the captain of the side. Chidebere Nwobodo. Switches position. Still driving. Lays it down. A shot! Not on target.
Well, of course, you have to be wary of the attacking threat from the wingers of Rangers International, who seem to want to cut in and take that shot. Warri Wolves must need to be able to curtail them. But what is most important is how the coach of the side have really kept his team. The shape looks good, a 4-3-3, while attacking and while defending. They switch back to almost 5. And I want to see how Warri Wolves will be able to break that, even though Warri Wolves are playing with just one man up front. And it might actually take them some minutes to be able to get into the skin of the Flying Antelopes. But of course, the opening 4 minutes of this game have been really electrifying. The kind of action you really want to expect, especially for a team that is yet to concede in 3 games, but now they have. And for ENUGU Rangers as well, they continue their scoring streak, and that is even more important and more beautiful to see. 1 goal to the good for the Flying Antelopes right here at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium.
I've been judged. Toiwundu. Moving the broad off front. Back to him yet again. Combines well with Emmanuel Lessin. Now he sends it off front into the box of his opponent. Joke Gadas drops it almost immediately. Innocent. Back to the goalkeeper, who finds Tejiri. Poor effort from Tejiri as he goes out for a throw-in. Taken by Oputa. Chinemerem sends it back to Iwundu. Iwundu finds his teammate Ikwejike, the former Heartland man. Iku. Good pass from one end to the other. Chinemerem now. Play on, says the referee. Oh, that's rash from Emmanuel Lessin. Taken quickly. Oh, I saw that. Surely no more square meter to accommodate that skill from that young man.
Oh, beautiful to see, especially when it's exciting skills like that. But then it really amounts to nothing, not what his coach would want. He probably would have brought that down and continued the play for his side. But unfortunately, lost possession at the right side of attack for Warri Wolves, are giving possession to ENUGU Rangers, who are gradually building, gradually gaining confidence in this game. And you can tell with the number of passes they've had in the last 60 seconds. Well, hacks down, dangerous position again for ENUGU Rangers. They might actually want to take their chances in this one, but then the center referee is asking for calm, and there must be calm. It is really hot here in ENUGU, and you don't also want to add, some of the hots to the field. But then what is most important is ENUGU Rangers leads in this game. They are more comfortable. They are playing like the team leading, and it's going to take a while before we see Warri Wolves crawl out of their shell. But do not take anything away from these Seasiders. Do not take anything away from Warri Wolves. They might also be that team that can want to hot ENUGU Rangers. Well, they've had 3 draws so far at the Cathedral this season. I mean, who says Warri Wolves cannot get one more in this game? But then, opportunity now for ENUGU Rangers. Oh, well taken. And of course, Joke handles that one. It takes a long throw. And caution into the right corner, hacks down. Free kick to Warri Wolves. A turning defense to attack there quickly. End-to-end stuff for both sides. To be taken by Michael Adenodi, the former 1472 FC player, a former Ikorodu City player as well. Should be his 9th game for the Seasiders. He takes. Well cleared. Back to Nwobodo. Is dispossessed of the ball, and free kick now to ENUGU Rangers.
The referee, Al-Hassan Mustafa. Iwundu. Mbemena. So put that back to Iwundu again. Now to Ikwejike. Moving the ball from one end of the pitch to the other in their own half. Now Ikwejike with a long one up front. Kenneth lays it down. Ejike! Kechukwu Ngbemena with that strike. Lovely efforts to win a corner kick for his team. The former Heartland midfielder. Very fantastic. No wonder he got a call up to Chan tournament when Fidelis Ilechukwu, his present coach, and Dale Modede were in charge. What a player. Corner kick. Harrison! That's the second goal from Godwin Obaje in this game! What a way to make it happen yet again! There is always a difference between the Flying Antelopes and the Wolves. Antelopes have devoured the Wolves at the Cathedral.
Well, reminds me of the game that was played in Ozoro. You want to say paying them back in their own coin. But of course, the former Abia Warriors man, Godwin Obaje, gets his second in the 11th minute of this game. What a way to convert. Of course, the two goals here are both headers, and this is interesting. Interesting to see. You can see the excitement from the fans. You can feel the excitement, and this is certainly what it means for the home team to be back at the Cathedral. Their second game this year at the Cathedral. Well, the first one ended goalless against Rivers, but then this is such a marvelous walk right there for Enugu Rangers, and 2 goals to the good for the Flying Antelopes against the Seasiders.
Raining goals already in the first 12 minutes. I didn't have the Azikiwe Stadium. Here they come again. They are not done. Asking the questions. Anthony takes out his marker. Finds his way in the box. Brought down at the edge of it. Free kick. Yet another opportunity to register over 2.5 goals in this game. What a way to make welcome the coach of the side who went to Morocco and picked up a bronze medal, Fidelis Ilechukwu. We heard that he made some promises to the players, and now they are ready to devour the Wolves by any standard. So free kick at the edge of the box. Have about 5 white shirts ready to make something from the effort. Is it again? The header from Obaje, okay, Iwundu, was blocked. Still Rangers buzzing. Oh, hack down for another free kick. Or this time the man that is guilty is Ezekiel Oro. Brought down Oputa. Quickly taken. As they continue to ask the questions. Emmanuel. Still Emmanuel. Now to Chinemerem. Chibueze. Header!
Well, it will be beautiful to see a hat-trick of headers here for Godwin Obaje, honestly. But then he's certainly shown that he's one who is deadly in the air. 7 goals he's scored already now. A brace this evening. A opportunity there for Warri Wolves. Glad. Well, I've been George. Well, offside. But then you want to say he's considered just 3 goals already. A lot at that time. Of course, we wouldn't have counted, really. The flag raised. It remains that way. Godwin Obaje, 7 goals he scored. I was talking about him earlier, Cosmos, and I mean, there is little or no wonder he was brought back really to lead the lines for Enugu Rangers. But then opportunity now for Enugu Rangers. Try to build from far left. Interchange of passes, beautifully done. cut back. So much hacks down. It's free kick to ENUGU Rangers, who want to hold possession in the half of Warri Wolves. Has to be retaken. The referee points to this direction. Warri Wolves certainly wouldn't know what has hit them. You want to say a wild wind. You want to say whatever it is you call, you will be right this evening. Of course, the antelopes are really flying at the cathedral, and the songs are going high heavens. They're dressed in their all white. A misplaced pass there. Dispossessed by Warri Wolves. They'll try everything possible to cut that lead the first 45 minutes. And has to go back to his goalkeeper, Joker. Joker has a wayward clearance there. Keeps his team under pressure. You could see the angst from his manager, Aluma Napoleon. A 54-year-old Aluma, experienced. Well, he was there when they got their first draw, and of course, 2 wins. A long throw there, another opportunity, and well cleared. I seem to have practiced this. It's working for them this evening. ENUGU Rangers, well, I do not know what it is really that Fidelity Lechuku told his boys, well, that's free kick, that long throw.
They at least scored a goal. Against Rivers, ended 2-1. Against Wiki Tories, it ended 2-2. But we wait if they are going to find the back of the net in this game. Here they come. Play on. Now advantage to the boys of Aluma Napoleon. Aluma Napoleon has been doing well with the team after he was called back following the 2-month suspension. But surely he won't see this coming, conceding 2 goals in the first 15 minutes of this game. But that's football. A good swerve, but I've been a judge at the right place at the right time. But it is a free kick in his favor. And the man guilty is Ezekiel Oro. Referee having a word with him to be careful. What a game so far.
Well, indeed, what a game for ENUGU Rangers. I mean, you certainly have to be wary of this team. A team that have lost just once in 6 games. It tells you a lot about the character of the team. And, well, you want to say excitedly playing back here at home, especially getting that win at the Dan Anyam Stadium against Kon Khalifat, must have given them the impetus to come here. You can see how eagerly they attacked the team. Getting 10 minutes of this game tells you about the intent, really, of the Flying Antelopes. And they've been able to control the tempo of the game. However it is they want it is how this game is really panning for them. Almost 20 minutes played. A card issued there to Justice Ohano, the Warri Wolves player, for his tackle. I seem to be having a word with the referee, Al Hassan Mustafa, who will pay no attention to him. Well, I was talking about the tenacity of this Rangers team, and like a team hungry, like a team waiting to devour, and they've taken their pound of flesh against Warri Wolves. And this certainly must ring a bell to the coach, who will be hoping to make those changes, of course. Maybe now, maybe later, but certainly those changes will come for Warri Wolves. But then, in the last 3 games, they've scored, meaning they are also a team capable of scoring. And they might also want to get that in this game against ENUGU Rangers. Clash of heads there, but no one is injured. Of course, Ademola up with one of the highest goal scorers for ENUGU Rangers. Interestingly, though, a free kick now to the Flying Antelopes. Taken quickly by Albin George. Place it across line. Gets back to him. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Wundu Chigozie. The man credited with some goals this season for the Flying Antelopes. Got to praise in that slaughter against Bayelsa United. Interestingly, one of the highest goal scoring games so far this season. Waji back to Iwundu. Goes all the way back. A series of passes here. A domination, total domination from Flying Antelopes.
Surely flying in white colors. Football masterclass is what we're witnessing here on this ground. Obaje. Very unnecessary tackle. And that's another yellow card. The captain, Chidebere Nwobodo, not happy with that. From Adebambo Ademola. The last time Adebambo Ademola was here, they picked points. That was with Niger Tornadoes. And so sad his team is trailing already. Very good player on his day, of course. Yellow card shown in the 22nd minute to Adebambo Ademola.
Well, they have to now be careful. They must be able to work with their emotions. It's certainly riling. You want to tell they didn't see themselves conceding in the opening 20 minutes of this game. Not just once, but twice. How they're able to gather themselves back in this game is going to be really interesting at Cosmos. But of course, a team that will know how to do that. But now, opportunity for the Flying Antelopes. Will he go straight? Well, he does. He should have known that would certainly go nowhere. Oh, brought down again, and more free kick to be given to ENUGU Rangers.
Iku to George. Iwundu. Now in the half of his opponents, his effort was well blocked by Bassi, but still with Okuta, who was dispossessed, and the throw into the Seasiders. Taken quickly. First touch was good, second was better to win possession, but cleared out of danger by Emmanuel. And it goes down to the goalkeeper, Joke. You also need to wonder why they brought back Aluma Napoleon, especially after Johnny Austin, who was, on interim basis, had a very good run in the month of October. He went 4 games unbeaten. He picked up 10 points out of a possible 12. 3 wins, 1 draw, and that's why he was adjudged the manager of the month, going by the release from 54 Football X. But then, Napoleon has his way. This is a man that helped them to gain promotion to the top flights. That's Adebambo, found offside.
Well, when you know and understand the team, when you breathe the team in and out, when you speak the language of the team, it makes it difficult for you not to be recalled, especially helping the team gain promotion from the Nigerian National League. I mean, for whatever it's worth, his suspension really did raise a lot of concerns, had to attract the league organizers to issue a statement. I mean, it went messy, really messy, with the fact that his paymasters wanted something. A statement was sent, and I am sure he understood it, because at the time when he was suspended, Warri Wolves were nowhere to be found. They were struggling for results. They had so much not going for them. And since his return, you could tell, maybe he's a change man, maybe not. I really cannot tell. But of course, he has gone 3 games unbeaten. In those 3 games, they have scored. They have looked dangerous. They have gotten points away from home. And you can tell that the mentality of the team really did jack up since his return. But this is another test. And how his team responds to this test is going to be really interesting. Whether they are going to come back or crawl themselves back into this game, we cannot wait to see. We have just about 20 minutes or thereabouts left to be played in the first 45 minutes of this game here at the Cathedral. But then you can tell, I did say it will take them time to crawl back in this game. The formation, but how he was able to, how he attacked the game, didn't sit well with me. Just one attacker at the Bambo. Certainly was not going to yield him that result. But then you can see he has changed formation. It's now 4-4-2. They're beginning to look like they want to attack ENUGU Rangers. And if they eventually get results, it might really be to their credit. But for the now, well, they're still trailing ENUGU Rangers by 2-0.
Absolutely. Opportunity presents itself for the visitors. Long thrown. And the player holding his face in the box. But the referee says it's not a penalty. Sees nothing wrong with that. And the teammates are protesting, of course. But the man who was brought down, Tejuri Emonena, is up. Holding his face. Oh, and the referee is about to penalize him. Okay, tells him that's the last warning. He should be careful with his choice of words. Corner kick. Justus Ohanu sends it to the box. But the header was directed out wide by Adebambo. It's a goal kick.
Well, certainly a lot of persons will contest that kick to the head in the vital area. You want to say, look at that again, referee. Look at that again and again. It was indeed a kick to the head. And whether or not, of course, he was closest to the action, it was what, a penalty shout or not. I mean, he certainly didn't feel the need for it, and he adjudged that to be a corner kick. But then, of course, in the right of the Warri Wolves player, he certainly was contesting that. He wanted an opportunity for the referee, to contest that, but he didn't want to hear any of it. Well, certainly these things will happen. It's what makes the game interesting. It's what makes us and gives us the opportunity now. Opportunity for ENUGU Rangers. Drives, has to go out of touch. Goal kick to Warri Wolves. Well, he didn't know that would count against him. Was hoping to get a corner there, but that went out of touch. And the referee has given that as goal kick to Warri Wolves. 29 minutes on the clock. Right here at the Cathedral, the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Rangers International leading by 2-0, courtesy of the brace by the Mercurial number 9 for them. Godwin Obaje. No, number 11 for them, I beg your pardon, Godwin Obaje. Lavin George steps up together. A place wide. Finds Ikechukwu Back. Goes all the way to who? Iwunu goes back to his goalkeeper, Arbin George. The 29-year-old former El Academy Warriors, former Gombe United shot stopper. But then possession lost. Back to the Seasiders. Camping in the half of ENUGU Rangers at the Bambo. His pass is careless. Loses possession to ENUGU Rangers. And that's certainly going to be on. He cuts in. Opportunity now. Can he? Oh. Of course, Wobodo should have done better. Could have done better. Or with his weaker foot. Unfortunately, the captain looks to high heaven. Knows should have gotten himself on the goal scorer's chart. Unfortunately, the scoreline remains Rangers International 2 and Warri Wolves 0.
What a miss from the captain of the side, who also returned to the team to lead them. The last time he featured for Rangers, they lifted the trophy before he left the shores of the country. But he's back, and hopefully they get to lift it yet again. Here comes the Seasiders. Good clearance from Ibirim. Wisdom. Here comes the Seasiders. Oh, good touch. But I've been a judge. Read the game. And handles nicely. Ball back in play. Emmanuel. To Chinemerem. Back to Emmanuel. Wisdom. With a swerve in the box, of course. Not a threat to Joke Etevwera, the goalkeeper for Warri Wolves. Adibambo yet again penalized for a push on the Kwejike. And the man who lined up before the kickoff was replaced also before kickoff. I'm talking about the top scorer for Warri Wolves, Igbu Evwer Yuhoma. He has 5 goals, but somehow he was not dropped to the bench. He was taken out of the match day squad. No official statement yet from the club as at now. But here they come. Tejiri back to him again. Sends a long one, well read and headed out by Emmanuel. The drive from the far end. The captain lays the pass down. Tobache. Oh, the flag goes up. Offside. That's the flag of Adejumo Sodiq from Oshun. Referee council, the assistant referee won. Ball back in play. Okemute. And it's a throw-in won by Ezekiel Oro. A free kick rather. He was hacked down by Aputachi Boeze. With a long one in the box. And that's opportunity. Abina George to the rescue. What a moment it could have been, and it's down. Might be needing medical attention following that stretch. But he looks good though.
What does he? What a save there from Abin George. But certainly he will be needing the attention of the medical team from Rangers International. He did well there to deny Warri Wolves an opportunity to have the deficit in the first 45 minutes of this game. 35 minutes on the clock. And gradually they're beginning to evolve. They're beginning to take shape. Aluma will certainly have one or two words for his play. But then, seem to have found the confidence of the resurgent, agility-wise. He also has it. And he's back on his feet. Goes for his towel. Try to get himself ramped up. Would not stop the corner kick. The throw-in rather. A long one to be taken now. Opportunity for Warri Wolves.
Still Warri Wolves. Good drive, lays it down. Shot from Bassi blocked. Oh, what a way to the game position. Nice one from Ezekiel Oro. From Ezekiel to Justus Ohanu. Now finds Bassi. Free kick. Close to the box. Another scuffle. And misunderstanding between the two players of Rangers and Warri Wolves.
Well, Justice has to be very careful. He's already on a yellow card. He has to be really careful. His emotions are getting the better part of him, which could be very dangerous really for the Seasiders. That's push. That shove there was very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. You have advantage to yourself. Take good advantage of it. Amobodo was quite the bigger man there. Decided not to retaliate. Of course, the captain of the team should do better. And in this regard, he actually did better. But then, about 23 yards out. An opportunity now for the Seasiders. Bassi stands behind the ball. We'll have three Warri Wolves players who might want to take this directly. Could it be him? And that's a wayward one blocked there by Rangers. And free kick given to Rangers International. No, not quite. Advantage will be given to Warri Wolves. A play restarted quickly. Shemai. Diminutive. Quite intelligent. Got out beautifully there by Abin George. 39 minutes on the clock. A commentary brought to you by Propel Sports Africa. Rangers International leading by 2-0. Of course, courtesy of the big man himself, Godwin Obaje, a one-time highest goal scorer in the league. Experience, very lethal. And he's doing same really now for the Flying Antelopes. His heart stains outside the shores of the country as well. I recall he one time played in Sudan. I don't want to use the word well-traveled, but certainly he's one of those players who have tasted action outside the shores of the country. And you can see the fans coming in their droves now. Of course.
Yet again from the man who has been shown a yellow card. He needs to be careful. At the Bambo. So goalkeeper, Joket takes. Now still Rangers in possession. Good combination between Wisdom and the captain, Chidebere Nwobodo, who finds himself in the box. He strikes! Oh! Opportunity for a tap-in for Godwin Obaje. Indecision, you might say, cost him that.
Unfortunately for Godwin, has been knocking on the door for his hat-trick here. Wouldn't come, wouldn't yield. Eventually he might get it. But then Blush is saved there by the Seasiders this game. Already looking for ways to cut the deficit. But then the fans here at the stadium will want a third.
thinking, good product. That's what the Japanese usually say. And so far, so good. It's been one-sided affair. And that's the man we just talked about, Fidelis Ilechku, having words with the fourth official. And likewise, a handshake to the referees in charge. That's the national team coach. You must give him his respect, his honor. It's not easy to win bronze for the Nigeria. No other African side has won more bronze medal than Nigeria. Anytime we play there, we win. Unlike Egypt, who lost it for the fourth time. Take a bow, Fidelis Ilechku. And that's why he's teaching the visitors a lesson. We'll take a breather, refresh ourselves. When we'll come back, more to talk about in the second half. Cosmos Chukwemeka and Sami have done this. We'll be right back. No, it's to win bronze now. Bronze specialist. As Egypt, they carry first for the trophy for gold. Welcome back to the second 45 minutes of match day 22 at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, where Rangers International leads with 2-0. All thanks to a brace from a man that needs no introduction, a man who once reigned supreme at the upper echelon when he took Godwin Obaje. His 2 strikes in the first half is the difference so far in this encounter. And if he stays this way, you can equally call this do me, I do you. Because when the first meeting between these 2 teams this season, it ended 2-0 in Ozoro. And now at the Cathedral so far, 2-0. No substitution yet at halftime, but we'll wait for what Fidelis Ilechku and his opposing number, Aluma Napoleon, will bring to the table in the second 45 minutes. Propel Sports Africa. My name is Cosmos Chukwemeka and Sami Okoro, your commentators for today's game.
Well, of course, welcome back and welcome to the Cathedral. Welcome to where the Flying Antelopes are really flying high. Excitement reigning in the air for the fans of Enugu Rangers. But then second 45 minutes. Just about to get underway here. Scorchy, hot Enugu sun. But of course with the home team for the next 45 minutes. But the question is, what tactical input will the manager, Aluma Napoleon, do to get his team back in this game? What will Fidelis Ilechukwu do to forestall that? And these are certainly big questions. The referee signaling to his fourth official, trying to intimate him about his red. Al-Hassan Mustafa, the center referee of today's encounter. It's match day 22 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Gradually, we're coasting home. Stand. A substitution to be made. I was seeing about 3 substitutions from Coach Aluma Napoleon. David, jersey number 35, Israel rather, to be introduced. Out goes 3 players as well. We have Obu, jersey number 29, to be introduced as well. And he replaces Innocent Orukbe. A long one there to be taken by Arbin George. He takes a long one. Oh, a very long one indeed. Well defended there by Warri Wolves. A test of shoulders there. Beaten by Warri Wolves. Takes a long one. Goes out of touch. It's going to be thrown to Enugu Rangers. Rangers International, who would have so much to contend with. Puta, Chibueze. That takes a long one. Oh, a miscue there from Ike Chuku Mbemena. A throw-in to the Seasiders. Takes that space. Well, of course, opening the minute in the second 45, Cosmos. The introduction certainly to rile things up for Warri Wolves.
Win taken. About with Wisdom with a cross. So kick. It's done and dusted in Medugri. Miami Warriors won their game 2-0. At the expense of Ikorodu City. This once more is brought to you by Propel Sports Africa. Good combination of passes there. The long one up front. First touch wasn't the best of it from Obaje. Now possession in favor of the visitors. That's the man who just joined in halftime, David Joseph. Offside. Following his effort. I've been a judge. Dispossessed nicely. Here comes the visiting team. Poor efforts from Shemai. Now the Seasiders again. Basi to Oji. Dispossessed. Now Obaje. Wabodo. Good effort. Wisdom! Not on target. Surely count for an effort.
Well, E4 efforts really for Wisdom Ibirim. The 23-year-old young man who's had 11 goals, 11 games, 11 starts for them this campaign. He's got one goal though. Trying to make it goal number 2. Opportunity there for Warri Wolves. A fine cross there, but of course, well defended by Yuku Ejike. Corner kick to the Seasiders. As they throw more men forward. I count about 7 men there in the vital area. ENUGU Rangers, a corner comes. Well taken. Has to be well defended. Albin George. That takes a long throw and defended by Warri Wolves. Of the 3 substitution Well, Alvin George is still on the floor. On the top, if you like. David Joseph gets a talk to by the center referee. Alvin George still on the floor on the top. Gets attended to by the medical team. 52 minutes of action here. And it's still ENUGU Rangers leading. Gets his glove back on as well. Of course, our players and their theatrics. Many of them certainly will pass as actors. I wonder why they are not nominated for Oscars. And the game gradually sipping in. And the fans of ENUGU Rangers excited as well. Even as the sun starts coming down here in ENUGU. Opportunity now for the Seasiders. The left side of attack! And clears the line there. Rangers not out entirely. But now, the Wolves. For Cosmos, the Wolves are sniffing blood. And they might just hurt ENUGU Rangers.
Absolutely. Rangers must thank Kenneth Iboke for being at the right place at the right time to thwart that danger. And here comes the throw-in taken in the box. Heads in. And not the threat for goalkeeper Ben George, who serves almost immediately. Good stuff to locate the captain of the side, Christian Warwood, does that diligently. Number 2 in the box, lays it down. But the defense line combines well to deny him that effort. And here they come, the Seasiders. Stopped on these tracks by Kenneth Iboke. Now to David Joseph. His pass ricochet off Oputachi Boise to his teammate. It goes to effort. Whoa! What a screamer! If the definition of a goal can be aligned to beauty, that's just it. Incredible. Goes away from home without getting one. And the man known as Israel Oladeji has just made that streak to continue. 2-1 in ENUGU. Game on.
What a way to announce yourself. What a substitution. He must be really for the Seasiders. I did talk about sniffing blood. And indeed, they found blood. And boy, that's again and again and again. Just outside the vital area, just outside the 18-yard box, he saw the goalkeeper out of his line, decided to go for it. He went for it, and boy, that certainly would sit as one of the goals this week. Oladeji, with that beauty of his strike, halving the deficit in the 54th minute. Gracious, that is a beauty and more. This is what the NPFL gives you. You cannot just but look at that goal again and again and again. Well, Cosmos, I did talk about them scoring in the last 3 games under Aluma Napoleon. And boy, they have done that again, and they have continued in that trajectory. It's now 4 games.
There's a long one, but good header from the captain. But it falls to Michael. As Rangers wins the throw-in. Double substitution about to be made by the Flying Antelopes. Precious will be taking the place of Wisdom Ebirim. And of course, the diminutive midfielder who has had fantastic games for Rangers this season, about to come on, Igwilo Chimobi. Is the second substitution for the Flying Antelopes, as he takes the place of Anthony Chinemerem.
Seasiders who've been able to jack up this game in their favor. The opposing number there, and the host manager, Fidelis Ilechukwu, also throwing in men into the game, fresh legs. They're trying to forestall whatever it is Coach Aluma Napoleon intends in this game. But then let's see, it's now wheat for wheat. Both managers have gone band for band. Our substitutions have come either side, and you can see Mobodo with a flick there. Defended, it goes out of touch. It's a throwing to a Rangers International, who maintain possession. An hour on the clock. It's Rangers 2, the Warri Wolves 1. Beauty of a goal there from Israel Oladeji. Half in the deficit here at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, the Cathedral. And the last time both sides met in Ozora, the Polytechnic there, it was the Seasiders who skinned Rangers alive. That game ended 2-0. And the last time Warri Wolves visited ENUGU in 2021, before they found life difficult in the NPFL, had to stay some moments in the Nigerian National League. But they are back. And one of the oldest fixtures you can have in the NPFL. Warri Wolves are being judged there by the Wolves team. Backs down, puts a free kick to Warri Wolves.
Will surely be key for the host if they want to secure 3 maximum points in this game. But the visitors are not done asking the questions. They've been lively in this half, and they will hope that it pays off. Good control from Orji Chisom. Lays it down to Michael, and effort goes up to the disbelief of David Joseph, who felt could have gone to their favor, at least a corner kick. But the referee, Hassan Mustafa, knows best. Goal kick. Here they come again. Ezekiel Oro from the far end. Oh, dispossessed. Mobodo. Oh, miscommunication between Abutachi Boeze and the captain, Christian Wobodo, makes it a throw-in for the visitors. Quickly taken. They are not wasting time. Chisom! Oh! The goalkeeper spilled it out for a corner kick. Abin George, yet again, caught napping. He will surely make the sign of the cross that didn't get into the net. Corner kick taken. Michael chips it in the box again. Another header from Iwondo. Yet another corner kick for the Seasiders. They've been high on momentum. The heat has been in the hand of the host. This is where fans ask, who they home? Possession-wise, you must give it to the visitors. And yeah, another corner kick for them to restore parity. Taken. Header. Now to Chisholm. Chisholm makes way for himself. Lays it down from the other end. He scores in. Blocked. Rangers defending for their life. Michael now. Good turn. Takes out one. Has two to beat. Takes it out nicely. But the third one, Kenneth, towards that threat. Turn defensive to attack. Iguilo, the man who joined the fray not long ago. Lays a pass. Could have done better. Mbemena with that control. Iboke to the goal scorer, Obaje. Finds Iboke yet again. Iboke in the box. Obaje! Effort blocked. Yelling for a penalty call, but the referee whips it away. Now from the other end. Good defender. Iboke finds Iguilo. Back to Iboke. He looks up. Sends a cross in the box. Heads out by Tejuri and Monena for a corner kick. From the other end, player is down. And that's Israel Oladeji. The man who scored the screamer from about 35 yards. Looks like he might be needing medical attention, and the referee signals for that immediately. Play on hold. What's a game we've seen in the last 5 minutes?
Well, certainly you can't take out the blistering, high-octane level game we've seen in the last 5. Certainly, the Seasiders came into this half, the hungrier team. Of course, those substitutions jacked up momentum, really for the Seasiders. And they are responding to every tackle, every ball from ENUGU Rangers, winning the balls of ENUGU Rangers. It tells you that they are a team that really you cannot write off, and they do not want to be written off in this game. Well, ENUGU Rangers has to be careful. Of course, the second goal here will certainly break the heart of the fans, but themselves are very dangerous, of course. They still have their marksman in Gordon Obaje leading the line for them. You can tell the formation from Aluma Napoleon has swept things from the end of the first 45 minutes. You could tell exactly where he was heading, and you saw that clearly in the second 45 minutes, and they have halved the deficit. They are doing everything possible to get themselves back in this game, and they are not going to rest on their oars until they do so. But then we'll have advantage now to ENUGU Rangers. We'll have a corner kick, and we're hoping to something out of this. Make that 5 Rangers. And it's defended there by Seasiders. Well, possession back to ENUGU Rangers. Wait, Ikechukwu gives it to the captain. The captain lays it up for Emmanuel. Well, he has to dance. He does dance. Tries to shoot there. Blocked, defended. Oh, beautifully done there by Warri Wolves. Put himself viewed from defense. dispossessed of the ball beautifully. We have Iguilo. Back to Ibokwe. He's jacked up. More like appended to ENUGU Rangers. You can tell that David Joseph is not happy with the decision of the center referee, Al Hassan Mustafa. Well, 67 minutes on the clock. I don't have much time here. The Rangers would want to do everything to wind down the clock. Cosmos have to be very careful.
One, it's ended. Here comes Rangers. Lays it down to Kenneth. Kenneth whips it into the box. Seeking for a penalty, no way. For Rangers. 3-1. What a beauty of a strike. What a player. Diminutive in size. But in terms of what to offer, he has a lot. Taller than myself.
Well, I agree 100% on that. Have not seen your footballing skills, Cosmos, but one thing is certain. Iguilo blessed. What a caller there. Lost my voice. Apologies, certainly. But man, oh, we've seen beauties this second 45 minutes. Oh, one from Oladeji, another now from Iguilo. You can't find anyone beautiful than that, certainly. He was able to bend that beyond the goalkeeper, Joker, still asking, how did that go in? But then this gives the team confidence. It's ENUGU Rangers 3, Warri Wolves 1.
This is why we love football. And this is why you must love Propel Sports Africa for bringing this to your viewing delights. Just simply go to NPFL Live, download the app and enjoy. Over 3.5 time ticks for another 3 points in the bag for the former NPFL champions who have their eyes set on continental tickets. And if they continue with this rich vein of form, they might get another opportunity. Obaje couldn't get his head on it, but from the far end, they're still in possession. Here comes the goal scorer, Iguilo. Lays it down to the man who just joined the fray, Godwin. Touch, 1-2, back to Kenneth Iboke swings it in. Obaje dispossessed. Now to the visiting team. Oji. Oh, good 1-2. Oh, the ball goes out for a throw.
Well, you can see momentum really has left the Seasiders, who are asking how they let the third one in. But then, exciting game here at the Cathedral, the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. The Rangers leading 3-1. We've seen beautiful goals here. The first half, we did see Gordon Obaje bless us with a brace. 2 headers in that one. I came the second 45. Well, Oladeji with a beauty outside the 18-yard box there, halving the deficit for the Seasiders before Iguilo introduced, and of course getting his be their 8th loss of the season. A corner taken. Well contended there by Rangers. Oh, left beautifully done. From the left side of attack. The Seasiders initiate attack. It's brought down. Play on says the referee. 3 to beat 2. Make that 2-3. Another one for Iguilo. He takes it. And more to go. A beautiful one from Iguilo. Certainly sacks the goalkeeper. Sends him the wrong way. And this is exactly how you annihilate your has to be attended to. A free kick to the Seasiders. Whose confidence has been shattered and tampered. Oh well, goes out of touch. Throw in. This should be some shots for the home team.
It's 2 minutes. Oputachi will take the man with 1 assist. Mbemena. Sit in. Head to Rangers. Oh. Wins the ball back nicely. Now the captain. Wabado. Ikwejike. Ikwejike. Former teammate with Victor Osimhen. At the youth days. Kenneth with a cross. Couldn't find the same mates. And they must appreciate the effort from Kimute. Sent it to his goalkeeper. Possession lost in the half of Rangers. It's advantage Rangers. As time ticks. Surely this is the center on March day 22 that has produced more goals than any other game so far. Our satellite beam soon will bring you up to speed with the updates. But back here. Free kick. David Joseph hacked down. Now Rangers. Here they come in dazzling fashion. Mbemena again. Midfield maestro. Nato Iguilo. Iguilo. Willow finds Mbemena. Now to the captain of the side. First touch was good. Still in possession. Lazy to Precious. He won't do now. Oh, dispossessed. Long one from Basse. Finds his teammates up front. Basse again. To set Mahi. Stopped on his tracks. As he wins a free kick. Four more additional minutes to be played. 4 more minutes for the six-siders to score 3 goals, or even 4 to win this game. A possibility, surely, not in the dictionary of our God, one can say. They came very energetic. They sang. They prayed. But sadly, Holy Ghost came down for Rangers. Oh my word. Now the free kick. Oh! Woodward denied him the opportunity. moment that was.
What a moment of brilliance from jersey number 10 or 2K Obu. That certainly did hit the framework. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. It does look like, is it a penalty shout? Is it a penalty? Well, this could be serious. He's written in pain on the top. He's gradually rolling out. Does look like a penalty, but the Seasiders, a penalty it is. Look at the penalty. Well, certainly for their efforts, we'll be hoping Satmai stands behind the ball. 1-on-1 with Arvin Judge. Minutes additional time. Hopefully, Warri Wolves gets one back in this game. Well, the scoreline have not been in their favor. They've not been totally outclassed and outplayed. But certainly, when you see the scoreline, you tend to disagree. Attacking! And it's a goal! Satmai! 4-2. The scoreline now, and the Seasiders get one back. Well, Cosmos was talking about impossibility. But 4-2, just about anything you want to say.
That was a quick one from Treasury. Satmai, I beg your pardon, to reduce the deficit to 4-2. But of course, they need 2 more goals in the final 2 minutes. Parity. It's doable, Sammy. It's doable. They can score 2 or 3 goals.
Well, yes, to think crazy things. Football certainly a master of telling you cannot always be correct. Of staying 2 goals in 60 minutes, 60 seconds, I beg your pardon. It's doable, but of course, it's a Nigerian Premier Football League. And Rangers certainly will not want to be their loss. But then who says more goals cannot come as strangers find the goal? Oh, he goes that again. Fortunately, and that's the whistle. Cosmos, that's the whistle. 90 minutes and 4 minutes additional time played here. ENUGU Rangers smiles the best as they've won this game 4-2 against Warri Wolves, the seaside there. What a game this was! I mean, intricacies, beautiful goals, the technique and the tactics all came in the second 45 minutes. And this is why, like Cosmos will say, who loved the game. Of course, 4-2 it ended, and 4-2 was a beautiful game right here at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, the Cathedral.
Smiling to the bank for the players of Rangers, of course. They were made promise before the game by the coach. He will surely redeem it. And for the Seasiders, sadly, they came out all gone blazing in the second half. But Rangers have other plans, and of course, they showcase it on the day. You must appreciate the brilliance of the two teams, but at the end, one team reigns supreme, and that is so our team of engineers, and to my colleague as well, Samuel Okoro, to come away next time. Remember that Propel Sports Africa is the best when it comes to streaming platform, and that's why we're in charge of the